So today I'm going to talk to you and address the elephant in the room. From McCarthy to Trump to Hamlin, all of it. I'm going to talk about it today. This is Layak, and this is Layak's When the Hammer Drops. If you haven't noticed, it may sound a little bit different. That's because I'm coming today remotely from my job site and away from anything that would be remotely my computer and my microphone and all that good stuff. So if the sound quality isn't the greatest, I do apologize, but I wanted to get this out today. So first and foremost, let's talk about Mike McCarthy. Well, late Friday night, he finally, after 15 votes, I think it was, finally won the speakership of the House. Now, he gave up a lot of it to get that role, which I think in the long run, I think that's going to be a good thing for the American people, only because he will be held accountable. Because we all know McCarthy, usually 43% of the time, he usually votes with Democrats. He's a fucking rhino. He's just a Republican in name. Maybe, just maybe, his stripes may change, but time will tell. The one thing that I found concerning about this whole McCarthy thing was how many of these so-called American First Republicans wanted this guy to be the Speaker of the House, including Trump. You know, McCarthy was one of the people that voted to impeach Trump. So why is Trump backing this guy who voted to impeach him, knowing that he has voted 43% of the time with other Democrats? I'm kind of dumbfounded, and I'm not going to get into this whole QAnon and all that other crap because they're going to say, well, it's all a part of the plan. You know what? Let's face facts, folks. There ain't a fucking plan. We don't know what the fuck's going on. It's just happening. So hopefully McCarthy keeps his fucking word and does what he says he was going to do, and go after Joe Biden, go after Hunter Biden, impeach Joe, go after Fauci, and tell the American people exactly what the hell is going on. Do I see it happening? No. But we'll see here very quickly, because the Freedom Caucus, they got everything they wanted for McCarthy to become the House Speaker. So even if one of them wants to oust McCarthy, he's gone. So he's going to have to play by the rules. So it's going to be a totally different Congress, which is good. It's going to definitely work for the people, I think, as long as, he doesn't try anything. So we'll see. My concern is, though, I'm concerned why Trump would support him and was backing him as much as he was. So maybe there's something that we don't know about, but I'm not going to jump into these conspiracies when it comes to that. So I'm just not going to do it. So today is Monday, and the first thing that's on the docket for the new House is to repeal the 87,000 new IRS agents. So stay tuned. Let's see if that happens. If that happens, that's a good step. And then let us know, get into why they are weaponizing the DOJ and all of them to go against the American people. I would love to know that as well. Will we know it? Time will tell. So now that brings me, let's talk about Hamlin from Buffalo. The cornerback that fell to the ground went into cardiac arrest, had to be revived. I think it was 2 or 3 times on the field. And hey, I'm happy as a clam that he's going to be making a full recovery. The thing that I've seen other nurses that are in the ER nurses and all that, they're even questioning how is it that he essentially died a few times. Let's be honest. He died. They had to revive him 2-3 times, if not more. And he's not gonna. It's 100% recovery, no after effects, no neurological damage, nothing, no tissue damage, nothing. How is that possible? That should raise a flag right there to you. I know that the NFL has hushed the players and personnel from talking out about this because, let's face facts. 93% of, or 93 or 94% of the NFL are vaccinated. And, Pfizer vaccine is linked to heart conditions, blockages, clots, heart attacks, all that stuff. So, is there a link to it? I think there is. Will we ever know for sure? Probably not. They're not going to want to tell us that. Why would they? I mean, let's be honest here. Why would they want to tell us that? But with the news all being on the same narrative and everybody's on the same narrative, I definitely think that there's more to it. The fact that he's not on any machines or anything like that right now, 7 days after the heart attack, yeah, that should raise eyebrows to, and raise doubt, especially on what the hell's going on. So, but hey, kudos that he's going to make a full recovery. I'm happy to hear that, but I think there's more to it that is being silenced than we're going to know about. Hopefully, maybe in the future we will. Yesterday, Biden, let's talk about Biden here real quick. He finally, after, what is it, like, I don't even know how many years, they figured it out by the day, I think it was 1,800 days in political office, and first time since he's been president, he goes to El Paso, Texas. And it's funny because you can look at some of the pictures that are floating around on Twitter and online and all that stuff, and you can see what the streets in El Paso look like a week ago compared to what they look like when Biden went down there. They literally cleaned it up to make it seem like there's nothing happening at the border, because Biden was only down there for, let's be honest, photo op, and to further his narrative saying that the border is fine. 5 million illegal immigrants crossing the border is okay. But now we're going to start turning away Cubans, Nicaraguans, and all them, and Argentinians. Finally, well, we need to start turning away a lot more than just that. We shouldn't let anybody come through our southern borders. We need to build a wall, something, to keep illegal immigrants out. Now, if you want to come to our country and you want to go about coming to our country the right way and, apply for, whatever, then yeah, come. But if you just, no, with what Biden's doing, fuck that. These guys, I'm sorry, they need to go. Go back. We don't need that shit here. It's, we need to close our borders down, especially with the the drugs that are coming through, the human trafficking, the child trafficking, just all the shit that's happening that's coming through. And here's Biden. And the funny thing about the whole thing is Biden's blaming Republicans for not allowing him to get any closer, which is complete bullshit. How are the Republicans going to keep the President of the United States of America from going wherever the fuck he wants to go? He's the commander-in-chief. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. He just chooses not to and wants to point fingers and blame other people. I sure hope Mike McCarthy keeps his word and goes after the Biden crime family and finally exposes them for who they truly are and nothing more than pieces of shit. All of them. They all need to have a military trial and held accountable for their actions, Nancy Pelosi included. Now, let's talk about the House here for a sec. Again, the funny thing is the the Democrats are crying and bitching and moaning already about the Republicans, going to be, how they're taking over. They elected their speaker. You had Hakeem Jeffries bitching and moaning because, well, let's be honest. Now, it's not being ruled like a dictatorship, like communism, like Nancy Pelosi ran it, along with Hakeem Jeffries and everything. Now, everybody, all the Republicans have a voice. The Freedom Caucus has a voice. It's not what Nancy Pelosi wants. or Hakeem Jeffrey wants anymore. And the Democrats fucking hate it. I mean, let's be honest. Just look at them. You're going to see them bitching and whining a whole bunch more. I promise you that. So, and that's exactly what they're doing now. So I'm going to sit back and watch this one unfold and laugh my ass off because, for the first time, they're going to be held accountable. They're going to be put in check. And we're going to actually, hopefully, we spoke. The House is essentially for the people. That's who, is more for the people than the Senate is. Okay. So now the House needs to get to work and do things right for the people. And so we'll see if that happens. And then, oh, yeah. So you got all that's going on. And then good old Illinois, late at night, all throughout the weekend, there is a gun ban law that's on the books that they're trying to get passed. And they're also trying to get a new sex education classes passed that are completely disgusting. Our children should not be taught this crap. The gun ban, they're still going after our Second Amendment rights. And they're not going to stop. And of course, Illinois, Democrat, corrupt as all hell. J.B. Pritzker is nothing more than he's nothing more than a piece of crap that wants to destroy Illinois. Him and Lori Lightfoot have completely just killed this state. And it's just going to continue to get worse. Pretty soon, if they get that gun ban in on assault rifles, which means all you AR-15 lovers and all that stuff and gun manufacturers that are in Illinois will be leaving Illinois. Those gun manufacturers will be, if that gun law passes, which it probably will. And then for all of you that own them, I'm not sure how that's going to work if you actually already own an AR-15, but I wouldn't be surprised if you own one if they're not going to try to want to come and get it. So that should be an interesting thing to kind of look at. But again, doing what Democrats do best, and it's all, in the middle of the night. It's all, when people aren't paying attention. And that's why I always say, folks, you got to pay attention to what is going on out there. Look beyond what they're trying to put in front of you because they're trying to distract you. Let's be honest. That's all they're trying to do. So, yeah. It's kind of all I have right now. If I have anything else a little bit later, I will get back on a little bit later and do another episode. But I wanted to give this a shot and see how it is. And again, I do apologize for the sound quality. There will be no video, so YouTube, Rumble won't be getting any of this. This is strictly on the podcast platform. So I'll provide the links in the description of, where you can get the podcast at. Essentially, you can get the podcast at all the major ones. Just all you have to do is go up into the search, put in Lax When the Hammer Drops, and it's going to pop up. But if you can do me a favor, folks, if you can leave me, give me a 5-star and then leave me a review. It's going to help me get out to more people, help me with the algorithms and all that fun stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I will be back later on this week, maybe even today with some more. But until then, folks, you guys be good to each other.